Hello, and thank you for joining my group in rare eye diseases. I was diagnosed with Doyens Honeycomb retinal dystrophy in my mid-40s, and I just wanted to talk about my journey so far. There wasn't a lot of information back then. And I was going to the opticians every 2 years, just like everybody else. And then one particular year, I was told that I had a honeycomb pattern in the back of my eyes. And they referred me to a specialist who said that it was Doyens honeycomb retinal dystrophy, or it's also known as Malatia leventinese, and it's got a third name. They're kind of similar, I think. Familial dominant drusen. So I didn't really know a lot about it back then. So although I was diagnosed with this rare eye condition, nobody could tell me anything much about it. And they just sent me away saying if I noticed anything odd to go to my doctors or go to the opticians. And that's where I was for, well, that was my mid-40s, and I'm 61 now, so, and up until a few years ago, I didn't have a lot of symptoms. Yeah, so my journey has been quite normal because I haven't had anything much to deal with, thank the Lord. But the last few years, it's kind of, I've noticed a change in my vision. And it's just slight changes, little changes that you hardly know. But I guess they're so slight, they're so slow, the progression is so slow that you kind of deal with it as it happens, so to speak. So you kind of learn to, live with it, kind of, you're looking at detail more. You're tilting your head in a different way that you would normally to kind of get that view of the thing that you're looking at. And well, it wasn't until last year that, I did really see a big difference. And then I was told in November of last year, 2020, that I was advised to give up driving, which was really hard to take. Very emotional for me. It's a big thing, isn't it? When you've been driving for 40 odd years. But I knew it was coming because up until then, driving at night was becoming an issue for me. And I hated the winter months coming because I knew, I thought, oh, is it going to be worse again this year? And I didn't like it. It made me feel uneasy. So it was the right decision to make, really. I was advised to give up my license, and that's what I did. Although, as I said, I really miss it. You can't just go out of the house and jump in your car anymore. Sorry. But everybody has been so helpful. The Macular Society are really supportive. RNIB are really supportive. And there are groups on media channels that you can get really good information. But there's not a lot of information about Doyens honeycomb. I have tried to find people with the same condition as me, but I can't seem to find anyone. So, you know, if anyone listens to this video and thinks, oh, you know, that's what I've got, and it would be nice to kind of get in touch with someone who's got the same condition as me. And just recently I saw a presentation on the Macular Society all about the research that they're doing for Doyens honeycomb retinal dystrophy, and it's really promising and really interesting. And although my condition, you know, my personal circumstances, I've not been genetically tested to confirm it is Doyens honeycomb, but that's what I've always known it is because of the pattern behind the eyes, and apparently it's a honeycomb pattern, and that's why they call it that name. But apparently it's hereditary from your parents. But as my parents died when I was young, so I mean my mum died when she was 52 and my dad in his early 60s, I think. So, you know, I can't tell who I got this from. But I've got two daughters, and they know that. I mean, they go to the opticians every 2 years, and you know, the opticians are aware, you know, that their mum has got a condition. So, you know, they're very aware of they may inherit it. But it would be nice to get it genetically tested, because once they've done that and they know what kind of gene it is, and if it is this faulty gene, apparently it's a protein that folds, and that's what causes it. But you know, if in the future, you know, they do find if not a cure, some kind of help for it, then my daughters, if they develop it, you know, they maybe could have this research early. Yeah, so thank you for listening. And, you know, if anyone has got the same condition that wants to get in touch, it would be really nice to talk to you and to, you know, say about your journey. It's a bit odd how it kind of makes you feel, because you just feel, you know, what is it going to be like? Yeah, so if anyone wants to get in touch, please do. Okay, bye.